You know how sometimes people say thoughts become things? How deep does that actually go?
Right.
Like, have you ever had an idea just stick in your head, good or bad, and then it sort of happens?
Yeah, you see it play out. It's kind of uncanny sometimes.
Exactly. Well, today we're doing a deep dive into exactly that connection. We're looking at Joseph Murphy's really influential 1963 book, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind.
A classic in the self-help world for sure.
Totally. So we've gone through a pretty detailed review of it, and our mission here is to really unpack Murphy's main idea, which is basically you become what you think. Like, literally.
It's a huge claim, but he lays out a whole system for it.
He does. And we want to explore, how he says it works, the tools he gives, basically trying to pull out the key bits of wisdom.
And maybe find some surprising things about how our own minds tick.
Yes. And get some insights into how this subconscious thing impacts, well, everything health, money, happiness, relationships, all of it.
It sounds like it touches pretty much every area.
It really does. So let's get into it. To really get this, Murphy starts with the mind itself. He breaks it down into two parts, essentially.
The conscious and the subconscious.
Okay, so the conscious mind, that's the logical part, right? The one making decisions.
Exactly. He calls it the captain of the ship. It's the part that reasons things out, makes choices, gives the orders. It's what you're aware of day to day.
Gotcha. The captain. And then the subconscious.
Now that's where it gets really interesting. He sees the subconscious as this incredibly powerful, creative engine room. But here's the key part. It's completely obedient,
Obedient. Meaning,
meaning it doesn't argue, it doesn't judge or analyze the orders, the thoughts, the beliefs that the conscious mind feeds it. It just accepts them as true.
wow, okay. So it just takes whatever the conscious mind focuses on.
Pretty much. It's like the crew on the ship. They don't question the captain's destination, they just work to get there. Murphy uses this great analogy of planting seeds.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Any thought or belief or even strong feeling you keep repeating. It's like planting that seed in the fertile ground of your subconscious.
And then it just grows, whatever the seed is.
That's the idea. It grows and eventually shapes your reality, your experiences.
Okay, that leads straight into the next big piece, which is the power of belief itself. This feels central to everything Murphy talks about.
Absolutely core.
Hmm.
He basically says, flat out, whatever you truly, deeply believe will manifest as your truth.
Not just hoping, but actual conviction.
Exactly. Deep-seated conviction. It's almost like a law he's describing. He gives these contrasting examples, right?
Yeah, like if you genuinely believe you're unlucky or always getting sick or just poor.
Then your subconscious, acting on that belief, will actually steer you towards circumstances that confirm it. It finds ways to make it true for you.
Oh, that's a bit scary if you think about it negatively.
It can be, but the flip side is just as powerful.
Hmm.
If you hold a strong, unwavering belief in, say, prosperity or good health or just happiness,
Then the subconscious works to make that real.
that's his point. It starts creating opportunities, attracting situations, guiding your actions, even subtly, to align with that positive belief. It's all about the internal conviction shaping the external reality.
So, okay, if the subconscious is this powerful engine just waiting for instructions, how do we actually give it the right instructions? How do we use this?
Well, that's where his practical tools come in. He highlights two main ones that work really well together: visualization and affirmation.
Right. Visualization, that's picturing what you want.
Yeah, but really vividly, making it as clear and detailed and real in your mind as possible. Seeing it, feeling it almost like you're already there.
And why does that work?
Because, and this is fascinating, Murphy says the subconscious doesn't really know the difference between a real experience and one that's just vividly imagined with feeling.
Ah, okay. So you're kind of programming it with these mental movies.
Exactly. It takes those mental rehearsals as if they've actually happened, which
Yeah.
helps bring them about. And then you pair that with affirmations.
Which are just positive sentences.
Positive statements, yeah. Things like, I am healthy, or I attract success easily, or whatever fits your goal. But the key is repetition. Saying them consistently, especially with feeling.
So it's not just rote repetition, you have to kind of feel it.
That's what Murphy emphasizes. The combination is what's potent. The clear image from visualization combined with the strong positive feeling and belief fueled by the affirmation. It's the emotion and the imagination working together.
That makes sense. You're feeding the subconscious clear pictures and the feeling that goes with them.
Precisely.
But it's not just about, getting a better job or more money, is it? He talks a lot about health, too.
Oh, absolutely. He goes deep into the subconscious mind's role in healing. He reminds us that, well, our subconscious already runs the show when it comes to the body, doesn't it?
Like breathing, heartbeat.
Heart rate, digestion, healing cuts, fighting off infections. That's
Yeah.
all subconscious processes.
Mm.
So his argument is, if it controls all that, why can't we consciously influence it for healing?
And he gives examples of people doing that.
He does. Stories of people overcoming illnesses through really focused belief. Prayer, which he sees it as a way of impressing belief on the subconscious and that positive imagination we talked about.
And the flip side, negative thoughts making things worse.
Yeah, he argues that fear, anxiety, and negative beliefs can actually interfere with the body's natural healing and functions, potentially making illness worse or last longer.
It's interesting, too, because this sounds a lot like the law of attraction stuff that became popular much later.
Totally. He was basically explaining the mechanism behind it decades before it hit the mainstream in the way it did. His version was very direct.
How do you put it?
Something like, whatever your conscious mind accepts as true, the subconscious accepts and brings into reality. It's that straightforward connection. Belief in reality out.
So it's not just wishing, it's about deeply accepting something as true first.
That's the crucial distinction he makes. The acceptance by the conscious mind is the command to the subconscious.
This actually sounds really practical, things you could, start doing today.
Definitely. He gives very concrete examples for different areas of life.
Like with money.
Yeah. Instead of thinking, oh, I can't afford that, consciously shift to affirming and feeling money flows to me easily, or I always have more than enough, changing that internal belief pattern.
And relationships.
Same principle. Imagine harmony, feel kindness, picture positive interactions, assume the best in others and yourself within those relationships. Plant those seeds.
Okay, career, success, visualizing achieving goals.
Exactly. See yourself performing confidently, succeeding, getting that promotion, whatever it is. Feel the success of it in advance.
He even mentioned using it for sleep, didn't he?
Yeah, that's a neat one. The idea is, right before you fall asleep, give your subconscious a specific problem to solve or a positive outcome to work on.
Like planting a final seed for the night.
Kind of. The idea is that the subconscious keeps working while you rest, and you might wake up with an insight or solution, or just having reinforced that positive state. It's about being intentional right up until you drift off.
It all sounds incredibly positive and, well, powerful. But we should probably look at the other side, too, like any criticisms or weaknesses.
For sure. No deep dive is complete without that. And the review we looked at did point out a few things.
Okay, so strengths first. What makes it so enduring?
Well, number one is probably the language. It's really simple, very accessible. He takes these big ideas and makes them pretty easy to grasp.
Yeah, it doesn't feel overly academic.
Not at all. And it blends psychology, spirituality, and practical steps quite nicely. Plus, it's filled with stories, examples. People often find those very inspiring.
And the techniques themselves, visualization, affirmations, they're pretty straightforward.
Very easy for almost anyone to try out. Those are definitely the big pluses.
Okay, but what about the potential downsides or criticisms?
Well, one thing sometimes mentioned is repetition. He does tend to repeat his core ideas quite a bit across different chapters.
Which could be good for reinforcement or maybe a bit tedious for some.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Also, some of the examples he gives. The miracle cures or sudden windfalls. They can seem a little too amazing,
Might stretch credibility for someone who's skeptical.
Potentially, yeah. They might think, okay, that sounds too good to be true. And finally, there is a strong emphasis on belief and even prayer.
Which might not connect with everyone.
Right. Depending on your own background or beliefs, that aspect might resonate strongly, or it might feel a bit alien. So it's powerful, but maybe not universally relatable in its specifics for everyone.
That seems fair. It's good to keep those perspectives in mind. So wrapping this up, what are the absolute key takeaways from digging into the power of your subconscious mind?
Okay, let's boil it down. 1, your thoughts really do shape your reality. That's the foundation.
Ooh. The subconscious is powerful but non-judgmental. It just accepts.
Yeah, it doesn't filter based on good or bad for you, just based on what you impress upon it. 3, repetition plus belief transformation. You need both.
Got it. 4.
Gratitude, strong belief, and vivid imagination are your main tools. Use them consciously.
And 5, maybe that real change starts inside first.
Absolutely. Change your inner world. Your dominant thoughts and beliefs, and your outer world will follow. That's the promise.
So here's something to maybe leave everyone thinking about.
Go for it.
Even if some of Murphy's stories seem, I don't know, extraordinary, The actual methods he talks about, affirmations, visualizing, focusing on belief, those seem pretty timeless, right? Like tools anyone could use.
They really are. They pop up in different forms in psychology, performance coaching, you name it. The core idea of directing your focus and belief is powerful.
So the question for you listening is, how might you start using these ideas? Maybe just pick one small thing and see what happens when you consciously direct your subconscious.
It's definitely food for thought.
Well, thanks so much for joining us on this deep dive. We really hope it sparks some ideas about tapping into that power within you.